Good morning, and we're back again. It's again been another couple of weeks since we've had a chance to do anything to the project. So still exactly the same as we left it. On the front end, I've got the engine on the slings suspended, just basically waiting for me to get to it and obviously start stripping the brakes and suspension and basically give it a bit of a tidy up. You can see that I've put some of that rust neutralizer on it, but it's probably started rusting again because I didn't spray it afterwards, so I'll tidy that up. The tool came for the front suspension, and obviously I've got the big spanner here for it here, a 46. So I'm just going to basically strip the shock absorbers off of here, get them off. Still waiting for payday to be able to order some stuff, but there is, these arrived because they were basically like £9 each or something. So I'm going to do that, and I'll probably do some stuff to the actual engine cradle and just see where we're at. I was thinking about putting the seats in the car, depending on space with the lift. Just basically fill things in until I get some parts ordered up, and we'll take it from there. Tools on, spanner's up there, and I'm just going to have a go at getting this off, and hopefully it comes off in quite easy. And I'll put some penetrating oil on the nuts as well, so we'll see. So that's both suspension, shock absorbers and springs off using the tool. Came off actually quite easily, to be honest. So to be honest, the top mounts and so on look alright. Obviously these aren't. So we'll get something done with them and get them replaced, and we'll see what we'll do. And then I'm going to have a wee think of what I'm going to do next, and you'll see that in the next bit. So after taking the shock absorbers off the front end, I've decided to work on this, but the lift was actually being a pain because it kept on, the frame kept on twisting. So I've taken in the International with a loader. So yeah, I'm just going to strip some parts off this to make it easier to sand down and paint. And obviously once I've painted it, I'll start putting the new engine mounts on, shock absorbers and springs, and basically start putting everything back together. And yeah, we'll see where we're at in a day or two. So I've just spent a couple of hours just cleaning up all the mess off the engine bay, just to see what it would look like once it was cleaned up. So now I can actually start putting things back on, and also obviously painting this and protecting it the best I can. I've been using this stuff, and it absolutely works a treat. So you basically just spray it on until it's absolutely soaked, use a brush and tidy it up. But what a difference the actual main engine part is. So I'm going to probably strip this off because that bracket's broken. Probably need a new radiator for that one, unfortunately. And then I think next I'll put the new fuel higher bar regulator, put the alternator on. Plugs I've already done, HT leads I'll put on, and basically just start building up. So I'll come back again and show you where I'm at. So I've given the frame a first coat. Doesn't look great, to be honest, but I should have probably buffed it down more with some actual paper, and then did some body panel filler, sanded it down again to get it smooth. But because it's just the chassis and it's going to be hidden, I just wanted to protect it. So anyway, that's that done. Next thing I'm going to do is get this regulator swapped out for the other one, which is in my pooch. So here's it here. So we'll get that installed just now. So that's the other one out. You can see here. So we'll get the other one pushed back in. Simple as that, and put the clip in. So that's the fuel pressure regulator done. So it's onto engine mount. So there's 3 here. So there's one there. This one goes there, and then there's one around here, which you can see just in there. So we'll get these changed individually, one at a time, and we'll just start with this one just because it's right there. So I'll go and get that done now. So that's one done. So I'm just in the process of doing this one here just now, and then we'll get the last one done, and I'll show you the difference between the conditions, because you'll be quite surprised, to be honest. So that's all three done, and the worst one being this rear one. You can just see that it's absolutely kaput. The others weren't actually too bad. So next on the agenda, I am going to put the HT leads in and have a go at that. But look at my paint, it's went all crinkle cut, so I'll need to sadly sand that back again because it's obviously reacted with the base coat somehow. Yeah, let's lower the engine and start working on something else. So next up, it's HT leads. I actually can't remember where I got these from, but they're an upgrade than the originals. So the bottom ones, the shorter ones even, go on the bottom spark plugs, and the longer ones go on the top. So I've already done the plugs, as I've said countless times. So you can see in there that the plugs are there for that ones, and down there for these ones. So I'll get these dropped in, and then that's another thing struck off the list. So I was having a bit of difficulty getting the HT leads in. I just couldn't get this cable into that one's there, so I've ended up having to lift the intake manifold off. So quite interesting to see the valves down there, but yeah, everything seems okay. So what I'm going to do is just carry on. I just wanted to show you the intake manifold off, and we'll get it bolted back down again. So that's 5 of the HT leads done, but everyone's probably done this. I've actually went wandering away with one of the short ones. It would go in there, but for the life of me I don't know where it is, and it could be absolutely anywhere. So I'm a little bit miffed, but that's the 3 top ones and the 3 bottom ones done, and I'm going to continue looking for this HT lead because it must be lying about here somewhere, but for the life of me I don't know, and the workshop is a bit of a mess, and I have been laying stuff on top of this BMW pile that I stripped, but yeah, God knows where I've put it. So I'm going to do that, find this, and then the next thing I'm going to do is change the oil filter, which is obviously under here. So we'll get that swapped out, and then we'll decide what is the next approach and next thing needing done. But I'll go and have a look for this cable. So I still can't find it, and before I lose the will to live, I'm going to change the oil filter now. I went looking for this, and I think I must have had it in my hand and just basically made a boo-boo. So I'll go and get the oil filter and we'll get that off. So we'll just remove this filter. Looks reasonable. And we'll get this new one fitted. That's a new filter in, new O-ring, and a little bit of oil on her. And also, out of camera, I found the missing HT lead. It was actually hiding over beside the toolbox, so I must have went over looking for this and found it. So now that's done, and next up what I'm going to do is these hoses. So one comes off the pressure side of the turbo, goes into the cooler, and then obviously comes out and goes into the intake. So that's the intake one, and that is the one that comes out the turbo. So we'll get these swapped out. Hopefully it's a nice easy job. These are Forge Motorsport ones, so we'll go and do that now. So that's this one off. So it went down like that, and it came off quite well, to be honest. And then this is the new one, so we'll just get that one clipped on with some new ones of these. So I'm just in the process of changing this one that goes to the bottom of the charge cooler, and I'm finding quite a lot of oil in the bottom of all the pipes, and I'm now worried that the seals on the turbo have gone. So I don't really know what to do other than just put it all back together, see how she runs, and monitor the spark plugs, the top ones, go back to them later, to be honest. Obviously the turbo is not too much of a big job to get out. Well, I say that, but obviously that's it there, and it's at the back of the engine, so at least that's one advantage. But I think I'm just going to leave it as it is, just continue installing the new hose. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's the turbo side of the charge intercooler connected. So obviously it goes through here, in, and back out this one into the intake manifold. So at least they're changed, and these plastic ones are all gone, but I'll obviously hold on to these just in case I need them. In the next video, what I plan to do is, hopefully I've got the gearbox oil, and I'll get that changed, and also the alternator, we'll get that installed, and I'll see how easy it is to get the belts on now. Also start taking the aircon pipes off, so I can get these either replaced or welded, whatever I'm able to do in the local area. So obviously I'll have to take them all the way off to here, so that'll be another evolution video to see how to get that done. And going to get some caliper paint for the calipers. I need to fix this paintwork after it crinkled, you can see it there, after it had a reaction with the top coat. And I think that will then be it for this. Then we can get the engine back in the car, and once it's back in the car I'll probably do the suspension at that point if funds say so. But anyway, I'm rambling on, so stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see you in the next one.